Well, this is interesting.
Go live to the Arbor Hall.
It's an interesting little spot right here. It's a interesting spot right here, Foster. I got a track. That was a southbound boat that come down through there. I got a track on, and I watched that Joby White going up there in front of me. But we're gonna go across this crossing. I've heard there's some shallow water. Man, this thing's not doing it's not focusing worth a darn at night. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna see how it goes. I really don't usually run with the searchlight on, but I am tonight just because I like watching. Since we're 3 long, I like seeing if it'll wiggle. I don't want to steer on it too hard and wiggle with it being long and lean, 35 foot wide and 600 foot long. So, but it's not bad. I just don't want to steer hard on it. Let's see, this running through here. They say it's real shallow on the sailing line. So we'll see what it does. Focus, come on, man. What's up with the focus? Apple's kind of slipping a little bit. See, I'm gonna go favor that left descending a little bit of the sailing line there between the Foster lights.
Not worried about that, Larry. Not worried.
Yeah, I was having some thoughts and I was going to put them on tape, and then I got to looking up and I thought, well, I want to get this right here on video in case I run aground. I don't want to be too much of a spoiler, but if y'all are watching this, then I did not run aground. Or I will not run aground if I post this. But we're fixing to see what it looks like. This next mile, I'm gonna see what it looks like. See that stretch right in through here. Be able to see if the corner of the barge jumps over this. Extreme conditions. I tell you what, though, I got thrown in the fire early and often in my. I could say throw it in the fire. I threw myself into the fire. Often and early in my career. And I think, number one, the big difference that if I differentiate myself from other pilots or other wheelmen, the only thing that differentiates me is my teachers, the folks that I learned from out here. Because that's what makes a pilot, man. I mean, retaining that knowledge and having an understanding of things and all that, yeah, that definitely helps. But trust me, I was, test taking, sharp as a tack, fairly well educated when I was a young pilot. And the first captain I rode with was dyslexic, literally illiterate. Well, he wasn't quite illiterate, but he was. Captain George Packus could not read very well at all. He was not an educated man. But let me say, he was not a formally educated man, but he was one of the smartest men that I've ever known because of his knowledge of the river and driving boats and towboats and stuff. And it was a big eye-opener for me. You know, I mean, as a young man, you obviously it's life experiences, um, you know, educate you on life, and that was the misconception that somebody that could take tests real well and it had some success in formal higher education, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not talking, man, I don't want to act like I didn't make it through college, y'all. I was out here. I didn't finish and get my degree, so I don't want to make it like, but I knew Captain George too, and I knew that the man, I knew he had a problem. I didn't know, really know if he was dyslexic or what, but, I knew that he had trouble reading and writing. But that was when I found out that just because somebody can't read and write doesn't mean that they can't be a genius at what they do. I may be rambling. I'm watching this. I'm coming through this crossing right here so far. Man, the water's good. I think that's it. That is good. That means we're in the right spot. We don't see any bad water. But no, Captain George, I learned a lot with that man because I was turned loose as a pilot on the Lower Mississippi River, man. Just the confidence that I had at that time was, through the roof. It was a sense of accomplishment that I've got turned loose. I had my life, there was just a lot of things that played into that. And in hindsight, I realized it was because I had some of the best teachers. I mean, that's all there is to it. Very, 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 very fortunate that I had some of the teachers that I had. That being said, when I got turned loose from Reverend Captain George, I thought I knew it all. I really don't remember all the specific. I mean, I remember some specific things that trip, but it was just, I thought I knew everything, and when you're doing it on your own the first time, you start to realize how little you know. When you've had somebody sitting over your shoulder that, there was a safety net there. When you remove that safety net and you get turned loose, you realize how little that you do know. The truth. That confidence starts dwindling real quickly. But Captain George, I don't know, man. I just know that what I thought about that man initially and what I thought about him after I got to know him and learn from him, it just, lessons were learned, man. Lessons were learned. Arrogance and ignorance, they go hand in hand.
Randy Anderson.
There's a different deal now. I remember somebody, I think it was like some of the guys that I associate this term with was like Captain Henry Hornsby and Captain Bill Wenders, rest in peace. But competent confidence. I can't get that. Competent confidence is something that that I learned to strive for, because I rode with men that had that, and I knew it was something that I didn't have at that time. My confidence was I've been knocked down a little bit, but I don't know, man. I've tried to figure it out. Where I get my confidence from, because sometimes it doesn't need to be there. There shouldn't be confidence. See, we're coming on over the right. Oh, this is about Hoppies Marina. I've been watching those loopers. That's a really popular place. That's like a kind of famous place. These loopers, these people that have pleasure boats that go up the East Coast, around through the Great Lakes, down through the Illinois River, down through Tennessee River and Tombigbee. I'm not sure exactly how they go, but down through to Florida. And it's called the Loop, and you get these loopers. out here. I met a couple today actually, but Hoppies Marina out there is a very, very popular place. There's one Days or somebody saying, burn them up. Yeah, wake everybody up over there. Anyway, there's a couple of YouTubers that I watch. I got into the looper stuff. I got into it, man. But anyway, yeah, the confidence is something that I learned to strive for. And it's something that you just, as you know, the longer you're out here. My mindset as a young, I don't think it's just a young pilot, but as a young man, man, I had a lot of early successes. I don't know. I had a lot of early failures too. So I really don't know. I mean, I think I got my confidence from just family and friends that were around me in my early age. I was very fortunate. I was very fortunate to be around some very good, successful people early in life. And I guess that was it. But I had a very good skill set for this job, for being successful out here. Number one, my size. I mean, it's very physical labor. When you start out, you're on deck, everybody's out here and you're doing physical labor. I haven't seen you shout 18 foot maybe. Kind of paying attention. I'm gonna kind of get off the buoy line a little bit. Right here at Hoppies, I'm gonna get off the buoy line a little bit so we get good water. And get kind of back centered a little bit. But yeah, I guess that's what it is, man. Influences when you're young. So y'all watch what you do and watch what you say around the youngins if you want to be a good influence on them. I guess that's it. I'm gonna try. I'm in a stage of my life too where I've got my grandson who he's at the age now where me and him are kicking it together. he can get out and go with me, and it just has changed my perspective of things a lot. It comes into, I guess I went through, you go through whatever the so-called midlife crisis, and then I guess I come out the other side a little bit smarter. I'm fixing to be 54 in November, so. And I am rambling, but we got up through there. That was this Foster area is one of the spots I heard about. I was watching it, and I guess we come through there just right. See Hoppies over here. They got some boats on. Oh yeah. There's a few. Stone straight.
Everybody see down there the two whistle around back power.
You bet, man. I'll be on the tube. Anyway, you got a little of that stretch. But we've just got the 3 going into St. Louis, and then we're gonna, we've got 1 coming out, so it'll be a pretty quick turnaround. We got fuel and stuff, and then we're gonna come out of there and head to Bricky's, and we gotta pick up some there, and I think we leave out of there with 15. So 14 out of Bricky's, I guess, and then 1 out of St. Louis, unless stuff changes by tomorrow. I was going to swap watches. The regular captain's getting off tomorrow, and we've got another wheelman coming on. And I was given the choice. I could go front watch or stay on backwatch, either one. And at first, I said I was going to go front watch because, anyway, the hours, but I'm gonna ride on here for a couple of weeks till regular captain comes back, and I don't know. I don't want to swap watches, y'all. I've got used to this Backwatch, and so it pays the same. So I'm just gonna continue on a Backwatch. it's less stress. But I'm used to that. The main reason is just used to the hours. I don't want to swap watches. I'm kind of in rhythm with it. It does take a little bit. It throws me off to swap watches. So if I don't, it's unnecessary. There's some 16. St. Louis will be there shortly. That's the lights. Lights of St. Louis. You've got the sky lit up. Anyway, all right.